Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. The tension inside the palace has reached its breaking point as, Ebony, is said to have run to Reverend Esther Ajai to plead on her behalf. Yes, so to beg them to, shift the Itùwàse asking ritual so that she can get well. That this thing, if they continue, that is going to buy her. They said her blood pressure rose to 190. You know what that means for a young girl like her? 190 blood pressure is not a small thing. It is terrible. And she, from what they are saying, a lot of people had thought that when she fell sick, she was, pretending that it was all stage managed. But from what others are saying, it wasn't stage managed, that she actually fell sick. Now, just the imagination that there's a likelihood that that very day they were going to go and tie palm front in front of her house was something that she could not bear. And they say she thought, she was thinking for so long and all of that, and she became very sick and her blood pressure rose so much. Now, after all of this, they said she spent 2 days in the hospital and thinking that they were not even going to talk about the Itùwàse asking ritual again. They were going to give her time to convalesce fully. But he said it was very, very disappointing that when she came back, the elders gathered themselves, according to her, selfishly, and they were asking Kábíyèsí when the asking ritual is going to take place again. And this is something that Ebony does not want to hear. And they said she had no choice but travel to go and meet Rev Esther Ajai to plead with Rev Esther Ajai to intervene on her behalf. Now, if you have been following the trend of event, you do know that Rev Esther Ajai happens to be the godmother of the Great Lion, and they have a very close relationship. A lot of things would happen. You may not get it right, but if you meet Reverend Esther Ajai, there is a likelihood that, the Great Lion might answer you. And they say she had to run for her dear life to go and meet Reverend Esther Ajai to see how she can beg. You do know that she came up with the Iruno Pemi ritual, and she had thought that it was going to be accepted, but no, they did not accept it. It was not valid. She begged, cried, and even sent emissaries to plead on her behalf, but the elders stood their grounds. They said the tradition, of course, tradition is tradition, and no amount of manipulation or emotional display would change what had already been said. They said when the council sat to finalize the day for Itùwàse ritual, Ebony's world came crashing down. She was not even allowed into the council chamber. Instead, one of the junior palace aides whispered to her outside. The council has moved forward. They are fixing a new date for the ritual asking. That is the second ritual of the Itùwàse asking. They said Ebony could not bear it, that she was broken, okay? In her desperation, Ebony sent for a car. She told her aide she needed to see Reverend Esther Ajai immediately. To her, Reverend Esther was the only spiritual force outside the power that could speak, pray, and perhaps intercede on her behalf. When she arrived, she looked like nothing, proud, okay? Not the proud wife that she has always looked like. They said her face was swollen from crying, her voice broken, her body weak. She fell on her knee before Reverend Esther and sobbed uncontrollably. Mommy, they want to disgrace me. They want to throw me away like trash. The council has fixed a new date for the Itùwàse ritual, and once it is done, I am finished. Reverend Esther was taken aback at the sight before her. She pulled Ebony up and held her tightly. My daughter, calm down. She said softly, you cannot destroy yourself like this. You must first take care of your health. If your blood pressure is truly that high, you could collapse fatally. Is this what you want? is this what you want? Okay, that all you need to do is to make peace. And you know that this same Reverend Esther Ajai that she ran to, she has gone to that woman time and time again. We do know that the woman has asked her so many times to try and make peace, that you know, the jewel is like a sister. And besides, what are you fighting for? The monarch is going to marry wives, whether you like it or not, whether you fight it or not. Now, if he has married all of these women, what is the difference? What is the difference? They say Reverend Esther told her that she is the one who is bringing all of this upon herself. That sometimes humility will fight for you. That she told the jewel to learn to be humble. Now, one of the biggest problems that the jewel is having right now is the gross lack of humility. Is her appetite to win, you know, the jewel. That when it comes, they said, Reverend Esther told her outrightly that when it comes to the jewel, she will never win. She will never win. That what a child, you know, what an elder sees, you know, sitting down, when a child climbs on top of a tree, that child is likely not to see it. I want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to our channel members. I want to tell you how much I love you, how much I appreciate you. I want you to know that as I speak to you, I'm on my knees. I am saying Eshewo, Adupeo. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your contribution, for your growth. Thank you. We have Mommy Abe, the Mommy Titi Layo, Oluwa, Yeye, Mommy Tony Uzo, Mommy Joyce, and Boise, Mommy Kenny, they are Denny, Mommy Busy Bee, Mommy Elizabeth, Gunrede, Mommy Taiwali, Balogo, Mommy Tony Be, Mommy Oyoye, me, Fasakin, and Mommy, the other person that I have not been able to call right now. I love you guys and I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can never ever take your love for granted. I appreciate you. May God bless you. As we are hearing, if the information is correct, they said Rev Esther told her that, look, you see this thing, when it comes to winning, you can never win against the jewel. You will never win, no matter how much you fight. You're only going to destroy yourself. And I feel so sad that an intelligent, a beautiful woman like you will continue to do the same thing even after knowing how much is hurting you. Your spiritual essence and all has been taken down because of this. Why don't you drop the fight? Why do you want to continue to do the same thing, fighting the same woman? And the worst part is that this woman is not fighting you. She has absolutely nothing against you. And should you continue in this trajectory, you're going to destroy yourself. You need to make peace with yourself before you come to me and before you try to bring me in here, because there's nothing I can do. I have spoken to you time and time again. You haven't listened. They say she cried so much. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumor, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.